What made you feel like a kid again? Today, my husband and I took our 6-year-old son to his classmate's birthday party. We arrived just on time and the kids' parents welcomed us into their home. But upon walking in, we saw that my son was the only other kid there. My heart absolutely sank, especially because the kid seemed so excited for his mega awesome party, as he called it. And the parents told us he had even helped them set everything up. He helped his mother make cupcakes in the kitchen, helped his dad transfer his gaming stuff into the living room, and even wanted to spend his whole savings, $25, on goodie bags for everyone. My husband and I were friends with the kids' parents, and so they invited us in for some tea until the others showed up. We had no other plans and accepted. But then 10 minutes passed, then 20, then 30. An hour had gone by and not a single kid had showed up. By this point, the 6-year-old kid was crying in his room about how nobody likes him, and our son trying his best to comfort him. The kid's mother went to check on him, and when she came back down 15 minutes later, her eyes were red. I gave her a huge hug and held her, when out of nowhere my husband suggested something. He asked her if their son likes playing with his parents, and when the mother nodded, my husband leapt out of his seat. Perfect. My wife and I don't have any plans anyway. How about the 4 of us join in and party with them? We'll play video games, do dress up, eat some cake, and all that good stuff. We all immediately agreed, and the 4 of us wasted no time going upstairs to where my son and the kid were. The kid's dad flung open the door and he said aloud, "Enough crying. Time to show you guys how the adults can party. Who wants to join us?" With that, the kid looked up, and a cheeky grin washed across his face. "Like you guys were partying in the bedroom last night?" the kid asked his dad. My husband burst out laughing and my jaw went wide, and they both started blushing. The dad composed himself. "No, son, not that kind of party. I mean a Nerf party." With that, he took a Nerf gun out from behind him and started shooting it at my son and the kid, before taking 2 more Nerf guns out from behind the door and tossing it to them. They immediately took cover behind the bed and chair and started shooting back at us while laughing, and we all screamed as we ran downstairs to load up on guns and ammo. We split into 2 teams, as the 2 kids went with my husband while I stayed with the kids' parents. We played like this for literal hours, running around the house carelessly, shooting each other and eating snacks to refuel whenever we ran past the kitchen. We all felt like kids, and watching the actual kids run around with huge smiles on their faces just made everything 10 times better. We didn't even stop there, as at one point my husband drove down to a nearby costume store and bought everyone some cheap superhero outfits, and we all dressed up having superhero fights. At one point, the 2 kids were the city heroes trying to stop us 4 villains from stealing the code, the last slice of cake. And when we finally left at the end of the day, the kid thanked my husband and I for making this his best birthday ever.